that people were talking about, not last night. He was under duress, which is natural.
But why can't you have it both ways? Why can't there be nuance? And you say, you know what? I'm concerned about this guy behind that awful offensive line. But ultimately, he could be okay. This is like when you plant seeds to plant, like, a tomato tree in your yard. You don't wake up the next morning and expect stuff to be sprouting instantly. This takes time. You got to nurture it.
I get it.
But I don't want you to sell Kyler Murray short. Again, it is early.
I'm not. But I'm just saying, had he had a great night, it would be the other way. And you wouldn't discount a great night in a preseason game, right? You wouldn't discount it if he plays well. Do not discount it when he plays poorly, is all I'm saying. Don't discount it.
We're not discounting the fact that he played poorly. What I'm saying is, let's not put all the eggs in one game and say that this is who he is.
I didn't say that.
No, well, this is what you're acting like. We're saying, are you concerned? And you're saying, yes, you're concerned because of one game. Yes, if he had had success last night, we would have been excited in saying, this is what we can expect in the regular season. But when we see him play like this, it's more than just about him, because we saw him, as you mentioned, under duress.
But this is why he won't be, he has a chance not to be that special generation player, because of all the stuff you talked about. The reason why Josh Rosen couldn't be a good player, because the team is bad. It's going to hold him back, Greg. He won't be able to blossom and be that guy, because he'll be under duress, because they can't run the football, because of all these things.
Rob, here's the counter.
That will be the reason why.
This is what I'm saying. We had Jeff Fisher on this set Monday, okay? Jeff Fisher coached Jared Goff in his first year with the Rams. Jared Goff's rookie year, he was 0 for 7. 0 wins, 7 losses, 54% completions. I was coming on these shows here on FS1, and everybody on the set, Jared Goff is a bust. Oh, my goodness. Buyer's remorse, #1 pick. This guy can't play. Jared Goff gets a new coach, works into a new offense. Jared Goff takes the Rams to the Super Bowl.
Difference is Jared Goff, they have good players on the Rams.
Well, you think they're going to...
might not have had the right offensive game plan, and we know he struggled doing that. All I'm saying to you is, the Cardinals are not the Rams. The Rams have really good players. Well, and once he got a coach in that could use his ability, all I'm saying, if the Cardinals are a really bad team, and Greg laid it out, Kyler Murray, given all the other stuff that he has to deal with and try to prove to people that he is that guy, is going to be tougher, and we saw it last night because it's a bad football.
But so were the Jets last year with Sam Darnold.
No, they're not that bad. They're not that bad. Greg laid it out.
They're bad.
Greg,
I got more for you, Greg.
They're a really bad football team.
Patrick Peterson, their star cornerback. He's out for the first 6 games. Their #2 cornerback, Alford, the guy they signed in the offseason, who, by the way, gave up the most receiving yards in the league last year. He's hurt and out for a couple months. This defense is going to be bad. Rookie coach, rookie quarterback. Greg, this is a 2 or 3 win team, but I'm not concerned about Kyler Murray. You're not either, right?
Yeah, I'm not concerned about Kyler Murray because of the process. And #1, when you look at teams that are bad, you have to start, what we start to do is start to pick out what's good about those teams. Kyler Murray is going to be what is good, what is promising, what is the future about the Arizona Cardinals. So we can't just throw all the bad on his shoulders and say, look, bring us to prominence, make us relevant again. That will happen eventually. But what the upper management has to do is plug in pieces around this young man. If you're so sold on him about being the generational talent that I believe he can be, and that you say that he already is, then you have to do that to protect him. You can't put him out there and playing this college-style offense with this spread with 3, 4, 5 receivers out on the field and your tackles on the islands with the rushers that we have in this National Football League. Your quarterback is going to suffer. He's going to be under duress. And again, another stat that I didn't even mention, they were on 3rd down, which is money down as we call it, 32nd, again, dead last. Like, you cannot have success when you're putting your quarterback in situations, as we saw last night, even with him, with the snap count and him motioning and the false starts being called for those things, but being in 3rd and long, and you're not going to give your tackles help, and you understand teams are going to be high pressure in third down situations, You can't put your young quarterback.
Greg, this offensive line gave up 22 sacks last year in December. That's more sacks than the Patriots allowed all season, the Saints, the Colts. This is a bad line. And I just one other note that it just kind of annoys me, but the media and the fans love offense. We know that, right? Oh, Cliff Kingsbury, oh, he's an offensive genius. He didn't win jack squat at the college level. Fun offensive guy. Kyler Murray puts up great numbers, setting records in college football. Look at the trenches on this team. Look at the defense. They're not going to win anything. People that are excited about the Cardinals, folks, this is a 3 or 4 win team at best. They have a mountain to climb. I don't care how generational Kyler Murray is.
But if you're an Arizona Cardinal fan or a follower, or you're just the novice football watcher, you understand that the game is won with scoring points and who wins, who has the most points. But if you don't have what's established as a foundation, and we know that to be the trenches, both on the offensive line and defensive line, you have absolutely nothing. It doesn't matter how great David Johnson potential is, how Larry Fitzgerald, how a young receiver on the outside and Keyshawn Johnson may be up and coming, or your star in Kyler Murray. That is negated when you don't have what it takes to firm a wall or a foundation to support what you have.
That's my concern is that, excuse me, Kyler won't be able to blossom into that player that a lot of people think he will be because of the team being as poor as it is. It's going to stump his growth.
No, I would say it would stunt his growth if he wasn't as elusive and he couldn't extend plays and he was just a sitting duck in the backfield, in the pocket. But that's not who he is. What I believe he's going to have to do, and he will get even better at, is learning that I'm going to have to escape. We're going to have to start moving the pocket around from Cliff Kingsbury's perspective, shifting, moving, having quarterback movements, sliding the protection so we can get our quarterback on the move. And then he's going to have to become even more accurate moving outside the pocket. That's what I saw last night that was a little like, okay, you gotta make better throws. Even when you know you're under duress, this is going to be the case all year if this is the style of offense they choose to play.
And historically in the league, quarterbacks who are young as a rookie, they tend to struggle, but year 2 they make the leap. You look, Deshaun Watson made a big leap in year 2. People expect it from Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. You look around the league, you got to be patient, Rob. I know there's going to be moments where Kyler Murray, he might get benched at times this season. It's going to be a long up.
I don't see that at all.
Hey, I'm telling you, he is a tiny quarterback. Did you see those hits he's taken?
I don't see that. I really don't.
If he's a generational talent, you don't want him getting knocked out.
He's not. Look, what was promising, if you're an Arizona Cardinals fan again, is you understand he's going to be under duress, but he is mindful of that. The safety that he took, his ability to just get down and not take the hit, that is promising. That is a quarterback that understands, look, I'm not going to stand back here and just let you tee off on me every chance you get. I'm smart enough to use my legs when I need to, but again, smart enough also to get down. That's things that guys like Lamar Jackson struggle with that we're not going to see in year 1 from Kyler Murray because he understands how important he is to his team.
So, Rob, finally, reasonable expectations for Murray this season. I mean, can he throw for 3,000 yards? They're going to be playing from behind in every game, it feels like this season.
I mean, sure, because if they're down, you know how this is. If you're down 25 points or whatever, the defense will let you throw in front of them, so there'll be, yards. They want you to move the clock and move the ball. They just don't want you to go over top of them.
Right.
So he'll be able to put up some numbers because they will be down. It's going to be a bad year, a bad football team, and hopefully he doesn't get hurt too much. But if I was a Cardinals fan after watching last night, I have some doubts on just how good
on Kyler Murray.
Yes, I do. I have doubts on how good he's going to be, especially with the team around him. And that's what I'm worried about, Greg, is that his ability won't be. If he was on a better team, you might be able to see this guy blossom right away because he has that kind of talent. Here, he could be pushed back or delayed because he won't be able to do what it is that he does.
So, I mean, your concern isn't with Kyler Murray then.
It is with Kyler Murray.
No, it's not.
Yes,
you're saying that your concern is with the personnel around
but
him.
I'm saying, but that's going to limit him and his development, I've already was on a question mark on if this was the right pick and on whether or not he's going to be successful in the NFL already. And now you're showing me he's going to be on a bad team trying to prove that he could play in this league.
Okay.
I have questions about Kyler.
Starting that hashtag this early?
I'm starting the hashtag this early. Hashtag inconsistent Rob, because initially when you started your argument, you said, you know, I'm not trying to poo-poo Kyler Murray. I'm not saying he's not going to be good, but I'm saying he's going to struggle. So you're saying he's going to struggle based on what I'm giving you as far as what is real, the personnel around him. It has nothing to do with his talent.
No, I don't know.
And what he's going to provide.
No, I'm not saying that.
So
I watched him last night. I saw him miss throws. I just have to see more, Greg. All I'm saying is